If I play you something, will you promise not to tell anyone about it?
What is it?
There's a thing in the sky. You've got to get someone down here quick. It's fucked. It's moving. It's buzzing. It's getting closer, I think.
I need to talk to someone senior.
Putting you through now.
Don't put me. It's getting louder. I can feel it. I can feel it inside my head.
Listen to Hovering, the latest fiction horror show on Realm's premier horror channel, Undertow. Hovering is available now wherever you get your podcasts.
As a podcast network, our first priority has always been audio and the stories we're able to share with you. But at Realm, we also sell some pretty cool merch, and organizing that was made both possible and easy with Shopify. When you think about successful businesses like Aloe or Allbirds or Skims, an often overlooked secret is the business behind the business that makes selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. That's because nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret that's definitely worth talking about is that Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%. That's more happy customers and way more sales going. If you're hoping to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
Dan, it's
Taylor.
it's freaky.
It's Stir Friday.
It's
Freaky
It's Stir Friday.
It's Stir Fry Freaky
It's
Day.
Friday?
It is.
It's
And
Friday.
we have a little bit of a show for everyone.
Kind of like a Halloween special?
But over the next 4 Stir Freaky Fridays.
What?
Oh, yes.
Oh, here we go. We might have partnered up with our little buddies over at A Rendezvous with Destiny.
Oh, yes, we have. And they and us have done this little horror show.
A little bit.
We were guests over on their channel, and it was such a fun time that we have brought over those episodes to present to you on Stir Freaky Fridays for this month.
So this comes straight to you, right out of the brain of Chloe, who might have done some devious dealings with Dick behind the scenes to bring out
I think they
one
did.
of our favorite big bads of all time, ever, forever at the end. And you'll also be hearing Will and Am and me and Dan.
And you know it's true because it rhymed.
Yep.
So that is going to happen right now.
And then after Halloween,
Oh, yes.
yes, we have a story to get back to, and we'll find out what has become of our heroes now that Trevor's back. Woo!
So I hope you enjoy this episode and the ones to come. Thank you again to A Rendezvous with Destiny, Chloe, Will, and Am. And we will be back. So I guess we only have one other thing to say, and that is...
Bye!
Bye.
What is fear? And why do we find it fun? Countless people constantly choose to put themselves through the ringer simply to feel some semblance of excitement. So do you, dear listener. But what will you do when the fun turns to real and true terror? Welcome to A Rendezvous with Destiny, a TTRPG actual play podcast. I am your humble GM, not loose, but Chloe. I use she, her pronouns, and with me today I have...
Hello, I am Will. I use he, him pronouns, and for today's game, I am playing Harrison, who also uses he, him pronouns. And with me, as in literally sitting on the sofa next to me, I have...
Hello, partner in crime, partner in life. I am Am. I am playing Lucky Doe, birth name of Lucy Jane. She uses she/her pronouns just like me, and she is the Fool, also just like me. We're playing Shiver, by the way. We're playing Shiver. Who are those lovely voices that I can hear in the background? It's our special guests.
It's Tay! That's right.
Yay, Tay!
It's Tay, and today I am Millicent Dread, the scout, the survivor, the cockroach. I'm she, they, and Millicent is she, her, and the only thing that'll be happening today is that I will be surviving of everyone, so...
It is in the name. The rest of you have to die first, sorry.
It's accurate.
It's okay. That's fair. And I am Daniel, he, him, and today I'm going to be playing Hank Huxley, also he, him.
Who will be dead
Hank
soon.
Is going to, be dead soon. So enjoy them livingness.
So if you hadn't already picked up, we're playing a little bit of a horror game today. It's a game called Shiver. It's my favourite game in the world, and I have never run it before. So we'll see how it goes.
But we played it together.
What was that? Sorry, Am?
We've played it together.
Yeah, I've played it.
Technically,
I've just
I don't
never
know.
run it.
It's different!
It's a whole different thing.
Great.
Is
Now
it
the
really your
blood's on your
favorite in the
hands.
world?
It is my favourite game in the world.
Oh my god, why?
I love the way that you can tell a story with it so easily, and it's so like, it is a horror game, but it's so broad. Like, it literally in the book, it's like you could do Final Destination or you could do Jurassic Park. You know, you can do anything in that, as long as there is something that is scary and more powerful than you that to be scared of. Then you can do whatever you like.
Cool.
And yeah, I also just like that it has cool dice.
That's
Which
fair.
It does.
I was so, because I had my camera on, I was going to be like, look at the cool dice, and I'm like, no, I'm not on stream. Yeah.
An audible medium.
Yes, an audible
We bring
medium.
you
I have the special dice, and they're basically
Yeah.
D6s, but they have all of the symbols for the different stats on them. So you roll a number of dice depending on your stat, and however many of that symbol you roll is your number of successes, which is pretty cool. I also love, this is a great segue to just explain the basics of the game, which is good for everyone.
Yay!
Yes.
That dice tutorial just nailed all of it for me. Like, that was 10 out of 10.
I also love the second big mechanic, which is the doom clock. In that every time someone fails a roll, and if they roll a strange symbol, which is a little purple eye with a lightning bolt through it, then the doom clock ticks up by 1. And when we get to 1:15, something bad will happen. And when we get to 1:30, something even worse will happen, and so on and so forth until we get to midnight. In which case, you might all be dead. But that ticks up.
Well, not
Yeah,
me, but
it is horrible, and I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll
that's
be fine.
mainly when it ticks up. There's also various other things that make it tick up. Specifically the weird archetype, but none of you are the weird because you're all boring.
Yay. Do you know, talking about scary clocks, I have a childhood anecdote about being afraid of clocks. I was terrified of them for a good decade.
I never learned how
Wow.
to tell time.
We're going
Neither
to
did I.
drag up your childhood trauma.
It was because of the Girl in the Fireplace Doctor Who episode.
I mean, that's fair. They're
People,
freaky.
they were scary.
Okay, you
I
know
was
what?
just a little kid and it was scary.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm.
I was scared of being asked to tell time in front of people because I was the last kid to learn how.
I was
It was
also
hard.
terrible at it. And my year 1 teacher, year 1, which bearing in mind is like, how old is year 1? Like 6 or 7?
But in year 1, like,
The
all
one
the
after
other kids
kindergarten.
know how,
Yeah,
and I'm sitting
exactly.
in there like,
My year 1 teacher took the mickey out of me because I couldn't tell the time. And I was
I
like,
don't think I figured it out till like year 3, and it was tenuous at best.
Yeah, I still struggle.
Well, now I struggle 10 times more than I did then because I'm not doing it.
True. True.
Here we are with calculators in our pocket, just like they said would never happen. Well,
Yeah.
Anywho, let's get started, shall we?
Please
So,
do.
Freddy's Funland is a much anticipated new theme park full of fun, thrills, and scares galore. Plagued with difficulties, its opening has been delayed over and over. But that only served to stoke the fire of excitement in local thrill seekers even further. Now, on the cusp of autumn, its gates are finally open to the public to enjoy their plethora of rides and attractions, including the Funhouse, a horror maze built into the crumbling old manor at the centre of the park, where the bravest, or most masochistic, depending on who you ask, souls go to be scared and chased by the undead lurking inside. Among the disillusioned actors who are spending this particular seasonal contract screaming and growling themselves hoarse is your mate, Steve, who, despite his lack of formal experience, will probably make a fantastic zombie based on the amount of times he's pulled such pranks on you and done his incredible zombie impression. But you love him anyway, and you're here to support his first day on the job. With free tickets and all, you get to enjoy all the fun of the fair. But as night falls, time ticks closer and closer to your Funhouse appointment. So, I would like to go round, and I would like you all to tell me a little bit about your character, what they look like, who they are, and what fairground attraction they are currently enjoying the most. Let's go around. Let's start with Will.
Yeah, Harrison is like mid-20s, youngish, like fairly tall, but like kind of awkward. Whenever he walks, he looks very like, uncoordinated, sort of like limbs just moving in random directions, that sort of thing. He's got kind of short cropped hair. He's wearing a big bulky, almost like a combat jacket, like Travis Bickle in Taxi Driver, that sort of thing. He's currently very absent-mindedly doing the hooker duck, but he's not really trying to hook the ducks. He's just like hitting them with the pole.
Is that intentional, or he's just bad at it?
Yeah. You can decide, GM, whether it's intentional or not. That's Harrison for you, yeah.
Nice.
And he just looks really tired as well. Just really tired. Just
There's
big,
there's like a
bags under his eyes sort of thing.
There's like a bored-looking teenager who's running the hooker duck, like looking at you like, mate, are you for real?
I am playing Lucky Doe. Lucky is 5'3", with dark hair that is like a little bit wavy, a little bit straight, eyes that are kind of like, it's hard to tell whether they're like a brown or a green or a blue. And she is just got like, simple little dress on, simple little Mary Janes. And she loves the Ferris wheel because, that is the most popular fairground ride. And if there's anything about Lucky, she loves to go with the crowd. She'll just sit on it and go round and round and round and round until someone wants to do something else.
Lucky is just so very normal.
Lucky's so normal.
Okay. Hey, none of you chose the weird, so I have to forcibly put it on someone because it's me.
Okay, not me.
And it can't be Lucky because Lucky is so normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tay, what is your character doing?
Aside from being a bit skeptical of Lucky, the thing is Millicent Dread. You don't really retain a visual picture of her because all you notice is a uniform. Man, people see it and they're like, whoa, that is slick, it is starched, it is poppin', it has a crease that could cut through a brick wall. And when you ask where that crease is, it's like everywhere. I don't iron, you can probably tell. I buy that spray that anyway.
Now that it's Millicent, it's always like that. It's pristine
just
all the time.
And that's weird, right? Because Millicent is like 21. So it's like, what is this? What kind of scout are you that you're a 21-year-old adult? Well, some people do this for a long time. Longer than maybe they should. And Millicent is one of them. And, she's here looking forward to the strong person hammer because Contest of Wills, and additionally haunted maze, because there's no trail on Earth that she can't best. And she's here secretly afraid of failure and just generally breaking the rules. Live and die by the creed of all scouts. Be prepared.
Except for breaking the rules, she's not prepared for that.
She's not prepared for that, no. But she has a first aid kit at all times, probably, and like the hotel sewing kit. You don't know. She's got everything. She's ready, and she's here. And the only thing wrong with her as a human being, besides debilitating anxiety, is that she can't mess the uniform up because it's the greatest flaw. She's the khaki.
That holds her power.
She's the khaki scout. I'm the survivor, the khaki scout, and the cockroach. So I cannot be killed, I cannot be bested, and I cannot be scared by trivial things like whatever people are scared
breaking
of.
the rules.
Hey, that's serious.
But alas, she will never wear a hoodie.
Nope.
Dan, what is... Oh, did we get your favorite theme part? Oh no, you did say that. Yeah. Dan, what about your character?
I am Hank, Hank Huxley, the warrior, and I would say they're probably about 28 years old, and they work as a janitor. But Hank is wearing mostly the same janitorial clothes that Hank would wear at work as well. But it's just to everyone else looking would be like, oh, that looks like Hank's.
He's getting the "Do you work here?"
Yeah, exactly. But it is. But no, this shirt is way cleaner than the other one. But it doesn't probably look like it. Yellow little armband, suspender bits is probably the brightest bit of color on what is like a, drab jean type blue, workwear. And I would. Oh, sorry.
You definitely get a number of guests approach you with rubbish, as if they're going to be they expect you to be holding a bin, and then they realize you're not, and they're like, oh.
A kid threw up over there.
Yeah.
And
there's that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'll point over and be like, yeah, bin's there, but still try and help, and probably having a go at the shooting games where you're shooting the stuff, the things moving
to
real
get a
quick,
prize.
But, try and get a prize, but been coming to this, going to fairs a whole life, but never good at them.
Never got a prize. The shooting game is one of the ones where they're constantly moving, and all of the targets are of what appears to be Freddy, the mascot, which is just a giant plastic soda bottle with very large eyes, which is slightly freaky. But I tell you what, let's have a roll to see if you actually win a prize today.
Oh, heck
what
yes.
role would this be? Probably wits. This is a dexterous action.
Ooh, this is the
That's
first roll of the game.
Key.
I'm clicking it. 1 success, 2 yellows, 2 brains, 1 key, 0 strength.
If you got no strange, that's fine. But anyway, you succeeded, so it's all good.
Holy heck.
Yeah. You get you shoot a few of them down. You miss quite a few as well, but you shoot enough that you get the mid-level prize. You don't get the big giant stuff there, but you do get that's a good question. What is it?
I can't believe he wins something on his first go. That's just not how it
Giant
goes.
pickle Rick.
I think
I'll guest on this show more often if I get to win stuff.
Chloe.
Straight away.
You get an inflatable ring for the swimming pool that's got a swan at the front.
What?
Oh my god.
Well,
it's not inflated. It's in the packet, but still.
I'm going to pack that into one of my very large side leg pockets. You know, the one that's calf height? I'll put it in there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brady.
Speaking my language, I am a calf height pocket person for work. Yeah. I love it.
Calf height pockets. They should just be on everything. They're the best.
Mine are always full of rubbish.
Whoever manufactures khaki trousers.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you guys have kind of spent the day, the afternoon, probably more the afternoon because we're going into the evening, milling around the fair. Do you think you all would have arrived together, or would you have all arrived separately and met up?
I think Lucky would have taken the bus with whoever wanted to get here, but is happy to meet everyone there if that's what they prefer.
I'll probably see you on the bus then, if that's the case.
As an adult scout, I am also on the bus.
I think maybe we all just planned to take the bus independently and did end up on the same bus.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
I'm like annoyed that I have to now speak and not listen to my podcast that week. You know, the podcast just dropped and I'm, oh god damn.
You can't play yourself, Dan.
It's
What
not Taylor.
podcast is he listening to?
Yeah, what podcast is Hank?
Don't say Backwater Bastards.
That's the only one that Hank knows.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
to,
the Backwater Bastards podcast doesn't exist in this universe. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I was listening to the Janitorial Utility Weekly Monthly.
Oh, it got
And
better.
it's it's
There's not
it's
a
out
lot that
it's out
is
whenever
more
they want it to be
interesting,
out, and it started
It's
off
like-
as weekly, it became monthly, and now they just haven't changed the name.
It's just like two hospital staff that were like getting a bit bored on the night shift, and they hijacked the radio.
They're just like talking mad
They're talking
gossip.
stuff.
Yeah.
Mad goss.
Mad gossip. But
Everyone
it's,
loves a bit
hidden.
mad goss.
I need that
Hidden
to be my
behind.
text tone. Taylor saying mad goss.
That is wonderful. Genuinely do that as an MP3.
I'll do my best.
That's very good. Harrison would have driven there in a car that does not look like it should be driven this side of like the millennium. There's like stuff hanging off it, a big black cloud of smoke out of the back. It's just backfiring really loudly. If there was like a parking attendant who would be like, "Oh, you need to pay," yeah, and just walk past them.
I'm sorry, Harrison has a vehicle with 4 possible empty seats. Cool.
Yeah, Harrison.
Yep.
Cool.
Wow.
It's fine.
Yeah.
The bus costs money, you know.
Yeah. Harrison's
But
gas
whatever.
fee was more than the bus fare, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a high MPG car.
One of those friends that refuses to give another friend a ride unless they pay for gas.
Oh,
And they will make you pay more than the bus.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why we actually didn't ride with Harrison.
no. Wow.
Sorry. And you drive too fast, I can tell.
So
I'm loving this character.
We found the villain.
as the day goes on, the light begins to wane, and you get to a point in the evening where Steve has arranged with all of you to sort of meet with him and say hello because he's really excited before he has to go and get his makeup on and get ready. And so you guys kind of congregate. He doesn't want you to meet him by the fun house because he's so excited for you to see it in the dark for the first time. And so he's met you, let's say by the hooker duck, where Harrison is just hitting ducks with a stick. The
This is
teenager,
Harrison's one skill.
the teenager at this point is like, please, can you not, are you done?
Huh? Oh,
Like,
what?
it's-
You want more money?
Sorry, you
want
spent
more
your
money?
money and you haven't won. Can you not?
Right. Oh, hey guys!
Everyone
I
arrives
wave
at
very
exactly the right point.
enthusiastically.
Hey, Laurie, how you doing?
Lucky.
Lucy, nice to see you.
We took the bus. It was very fun.
Well
Yeah,
done.
Looks like someone showed up a little bit early enough to lose all your money.
Are you spending all your money on carnival games? You know those are a scam. My mother says.
He looks around at the carnival that they're all in.
Is that how you play? And I'm gonna take the stick and start hitting ducks enthusiastically.
No, sorry, you gotta pay for that.
Oh,
I told you,
I,
it was a scam. It's a money scam.
Yeah, I put the stick down.
Just at this moment, Steve arrives, this 6'3", burly guy with messy blonde hair and a big smile on his face arrives, and he's like,
And we all
"Oh
fall
my
over and go,
god,
"Oh,
guys! You're all here! Hello!" And he gives each one of you the tightest hug in the world. And he's like,
Steve-o!
"Oh, nice, Harrison!" And he gives you one of them bro handshakes where you clasp forearms.
Yeah.
He's like, "Good to see you, mate. How you doing?"
Harrison does the really awkward thing where you don't know whether someone's going for a fist bump or a high five or a handshake, and you kind of end up doing all the different hand things.
There's
And
a
then just doing an
awkward
awkward
snail
hug at the end.
situation.
Yeah. God, that's a throwback. Yeah.
And Steve is like, "Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you all. Thank you so much for coming along. This is amazing. Isn't this great? Have you all had a good day so far?"
Well, Harrison's been getting scammed, and
What?
I know
Oh,
he's
dear.
spending all this money on the games, and I know no one ever wins.
Well,
just how it is.
I think that might be, typically true, but
Hank,
someone
you've
here's a
never won
master shot,
anything.
because check this out. Summer, here I come. Inflatable.
What?
There you go. People do win.
Well,
Oh, that's so exciting.
I'm sure every 15th person they have to let one go to keep up the scam.
Well, I must have gotten lucky then.
I have to adjust my uniform because I've been hugged and that rumpled it.
I'll have to give you my name, Hank.
What's that?
Lucky
I have to
Hank.
give you my name. Yeah.
Oh.
Lucky Hank.
Ah, there we go. You got enough luck to share around, have you?
I've got
I
more pockets,
turn out
so
my
yeah.
empty pockets.
Well, I really do have to go and get ready at some point because apparently I've got to wear all this makeup and stuff, and there's latex, there's fake blood. Oh my god, it's amazing. It takes a while, so I'm gonna have to go and get all made up and stuff so I can look all creepy in the fun house. But I'll see you later, right?
Wait,
You're
but
coming to the fun house.
How are we going to know it's you?
Good point.
A signal.
What shoes are you going to be wearing?
Shoes? I'll be wearing boots.
Yeah, that'll narrow it down.
Look, I know you're going to try and get us. We're going to try and get you back. So I don't want to be grabbing some random actor in there. So what are you going to be wearing?
Listen, I will tell them that if I'm grabbed, it'll be you guys, and then that'll be fine. But yes, you're right. You should probably know that it's me, because if you grab someone else, you will get thrown out. So, tell you what. And he pulls out he's got a handful of random pin badges that he's picked up from random places around the park, and he's like, they try and sell these to people for 10 quid a pin because they're really extortionate, but I'd snuck a few, and he goes, which one should we have? And just for flavor, I think all of his pin badges are the different symbols of the
I knew you did.
of the thingies.
I like
So
it.
you've got a clenched fist, you've got a key, there's a little light bulb that has a brain in it, there's the eye with the lightning strike, there's a 4-leaf clover, and a heart which looks like it's made of mosaic, and he's like, which one shall I wear?
I like the weird little eye.
The weird eye?
Ooh,
She nods
the
enthusiastically.
weird little eye. I'll go
That's-
with that.
That one's
If
strange.
I see that weird eye on you in there, I'm grabbing you.
Alright, I'll be ready, I'll grab you back. He starts sort of play boxing, jumping around, as he got it, he's like, am I gonna hit you?
I refrain from getting carried away because I know that if I start play fighting, I will throw a
You're
real
just gonna
punch at
attack
some
him.
point. So I'm kind of
He is
pulling
the
myself
warrior.
away from it.
He is the warrior.
Yeah.
That's very responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then I shall wear this weird little eye, and I'll be able to find you guys. Can't tell that I won't sneak up on you though, because I'm actively encouraged to do that.
Well, you can try. No one's ever sneaked up on me.
He just puts like a really big arm around you and like leans on you a little bit, Millicent, and he's like, "Oh, good old Millicent. Now this one, you know how to have fun, don't you?" Rolls his eyes.
I have a badge in it.
Did you get your badge and not get the top off?
I got 3 badges in fun or
3?
Organized fun. So you know how it is. Something
Organized
I
fun,
know a
level
lot
1,
about.
2, and 3.
Yep. But I didn't get the group fun because I didn't play well with others.
Oh, Billy, I can give you a group fun badge. I think you're great with others.
Thank you. Could you perhaps put that in a letter that I could refer to my counselor?
I start writing down very messy handwriting in the notebook.
Millicent, you know that you need at least one witness to sign this letter for it to be accepted.
Okay. I will be scamming someone into that. In this very room.
All right, well, I'll better run. Have fun, everyone. Fun house in like an hour's time. That's when it's opening. Right when it's dark. Bah! And he like jumps out at you in a very poor fashion because he's right in front of your face. So you do see it coming. And he like jogs off towards the fun house.
As he's leaving, I'm smiling and waving, and I say, "Jog on."
He turns around and he's like, "I'm so proud of you." Oh. And continues running off.
Oh, bloody hell. Alright, well, I guess things are going alright for Steve then. Whew. I'm telling you though, I'm going to look out for that eye. And when I see him, I'm going to grab him.
I think you definitely beat him in a fight.
You better make sure no one sees, because that's against the rules.
Of course it's against the rules, and that's how we're going to get
him.
him.
We can't do anything against the rules.
You don't think that he's got a whole plan to try and get all of us super scared? This is us going into his place.
He's an employee on the clock. We are just denizens of the park.
He's been gossiping and talking to
civilians.
all of his co-workers for weeks about this, I'm sure of it. The moment we go in there, something's going to happen.
What do you reckon he's going to be dressed as? Like a zombie or like a ghost or a...
I think he said he would be a zombie.
And that's the plot. He won't be no zombie. No. He's been telling us for weeks. Come on, Steve's going to be a sly one here.
I don't think he's that smart.
Well, you can walk first then. I'm keeping my eyes out.
I'll be last because I'm watching all of you.
Millicent, do you think that you were supposed to be responsible for some young scouts at this fun fair?
I don't feel like they would be letting me lead a troop at this point, which is why I'm still a scout. They probably clocked this immediately and they were like, no. Nobody... Numbers are going to go down if she gets a troop. So I have to police other people for free.
There we have it. It's all just recreation. Recreational policing.
Exactly.
I think that's the only time I went to Boy Scouts in New Zealand was my friend was kind of like your character a bit. And like the moment we arrived, it was just like, here's the rules for this game. And then we'd play the game and be like, these are the rules for this game.
No, you're doing it wrong.
And I remember thinking,
you can't do that.
I'm not coming again. This is weird.
I was absolutely that child.
Oh no.
I used to hit people over the head with toys. I used to hit people over the head with toys because they were playing the game wrong.
No.
You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that.
No,
you need to play by the rules.
Exactly. You know, you have to have organized fun the right way.
Exactly. Yeah. Organized fun 1, 2, and 3.
Anywho, we're halfway through the episode and there's been far too much laughter in this horror game.
Oh, I know. Make things scary, Chloe. I've not been scared yet.
This is the prologue.
You're not scared by the policing?
You're not scared by Millicent yet?
The insight into myself that Millicent has given me.
Yeah. I've been scared by Steve's accent.
That's fair.
That's my favorite part.
Close enough. Welcome back, Raina.
Steve's a lad, so he's going to be Cockney. this is very stereotypical. I'm sorry, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, speaking of, I want to formally apologise to Dan for Lucky's Australian accent, which I had in my head, and then 5 minutes before we started the episode went, Dan's a Kiwi. Oh no, this is going to be so embarrassing for me.
The
the warrior, so I can just beat
battle.
you up later on.
Yeah.
Throw some punches. Yeah.
What a boat.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
you guys wait your hour. You partake in all of the many, many wonders that Freddy's Funland has to offer. There, you see this like giant bug-eyed soda bottle like everywhere. They've really gone for it on the marketing. There's even somebody wandering around like taking pictures with kids and things. And then when you arrive in front of the funhouse, just as you know, when you have dusk that's like just moving into darkness, so there's like a little bit of light, but it's mostly very dark. This is exactly what's the time of day we're at. And you see before you, it's set behind the rest of the fun fair, because it's clearly this old manor was like here for a long time, and the theme park has been built in the grounds of this manor. And so there's a little bit of a like pathway down towards it, set a little bit apart, and it's huge, and it's all in various different states of disrepair. All of the windows are boarded up, probably on purpose, because it has been converted into a horror maze. And there's one of those big signs outside that lists the many like rules and risks, and like, if you are pregnant, do not do this, and all of this. You may be spoken to or like touched by actors. Don't punch an actor. Those sorts of things. It's like a scare level off the chart, you know. And the sign at the top, the like logo says Funhouse, but the F has kind of like hanging off as if like it has been like removed, and they've spray painted in red an R over the F so that it actually says Run House.
I start lightly jogging in place.
My days.
I'm documenting the sign of rules with my cell phone.
Very good, very good. And there are many of them. They're mostly like things like, as well, things like this will approximately take 45 minutes. You know, if you have a medical condition, please check with your doctor before embarking on this. You will be scared. Things like that. You may get wet.
Ooh.
You're not quite sure why you might get wet in this, because there's definitely been no water rides in this fun fair.
As Millicent is like noting this down, taking advantage of her being slightly distracted, Harrison is going to take like a big slug of something out of a hip flask and like offer it to Lucky, because she's there.
Lucky grabs it with both hands, like a hamster, and just is like,
Hey,
It's
Millicent.
something strong and horrible.
yeah.
Millicent,
Can't
we're also
believe
being
this.
broken by your friends
know.
in front of your face.
I know.
Behind her face, I said while she was
Oh,
distracted.
while she's distracted. All right,
Wow.
then.
Wow.
In that case, let's have you roll.
Oh no.
Thank you,
Harrison,
GM.
Those are my stats on my laptop. I don't know why you're trying to run with them, Will.
Let's
I
have you
have
roll.
become Millicent.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's have you roll a heart check.
It was like instant.
Heart?
I was
Yeah,
getting
let's-
hot. Like my skin got hotter.
Let's have you roll a heart check to see how successful you are at hiding this from Millicent.
Hang on, I think I might have a thing for this.
I'm gonna smell it.
He's doing word search on the doc, ladies and gents.
Yeah, I know. It's like a 200-page document. My laptop is struggling.
You have a -5 to control F because you're a rule breaker. And you are a brigand and a criminal.
a brigand, a cad, a wastrel.
You are a you are
Wastrel.
you are a rake.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Well,
said it.
it's in there somewhere. I think I've got a bonus to like sleight of hand or something like that.
This
You
would definitely,
I think I have this, so
yeah, this would definitely count as that sort of thing.
Yeah, Taylor.
Well, I think I have super senses.
We're wizard armor,
You have like a spidey sense, but for rules being broken. That's like your.
Okay,
That does sound very
I don't,
Millicent,
but
to be fair.
if that was in here, I would have picked it.
I get +1 talent dice.
Ah, nice.
When picking locks and stuff like that. So,
For the listeners at home, a
hard,
talent
is it?
dice is a 8-sided die that has some stars on it, which basically just give you an auto success if you roll that, and also strange.
Ooh. Okay, I'm doing my roll now. I got
Oh no!
1 heart, 1 success, and 2 strange.
Okay. I'm afraid this was a 2 success difficulty.
Oh no.
Which means the doom clock's going to tick up by 2.
Wait, because it was 2
Because you
strange,
rolled
right?
2 strange.
This is
Wait, is this-
exciting.
Is this clock for all of us?
Everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Will's spot boy.
Thank you so much, Harrison, for breaking the
Yeah.
rules and putting us closer to heck.
Can that please be the episode title? I'm closer to hack.
Close
Yes,
to heck.
absolutely.
Millicent, as you are reading very diligently every single rule and regulation on this sign, you see out of the corner of your eye a flash of hip flask disappear into Harrison's pocket. The rules are being broken.
Harrison!
Hey, what's up?
Harrison! Is that prescribed
you want
by a
some?
physician?
Yeah, it's my close friend, Dr. Ink. And then he's gonna offer
I can't believe
some.
he's saying this to me right now. I'm dying.
I'm going to need you to roll a fear check, Millicent, because this is your one true fear. I believe... I need to double check, but I think that is a heart check.
Good,
Right out
because
the gate.
I
didn't expect it this early. We haven't even got in yet.
What's the fear? Is it rules being broken or something?
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
And I'm playing the Maverick, Taylor.
Well, I am feeling nervous, and I have rolled 2 successes, 1 strange, and a key, which
Okay. Give me a
probably
moment
does not bode well.
while I check what
The
that
key
means.
is wit, I think.
Great.
Yes.
I'm on the same page as you. The key does throw it into a bit of question. This is a gray area.
Okay, fear. How does the fear check work? I thought I knew, and the one thing I would criticize about the Shiver book is that the rules are in 2 very distinct sections, and one is for players and one is for GM.
Yes.
And they could basically kind of split them up, so you can't just read one half and know what's going on, which is not helpful. I think you... Let me have a look on the dice roller. It tells us on the dice roller. On a failure, you become affected by fear. But what is a failure? How many successes did you say you had again?
I have 2, but then 1
Okay.
strange and the key, but the way that the dice roller looks, it counts the 2 successes and the 1 strange, and it
Yeah.
ignores the rest.
It's because strange is ticking up the doom clock, so it always counts the strange, but if you succeed, then it doesn't do that, so we don't have to worry about the strange if you're succeeding. And I think 2 is probably a success.
Okay,
I
wait,
would
that
imagine.
makes sense, because it's like I roll 4 of these, and it's
Yeah.
like logically, it's like, you either hit or you don't, and the rest is just extra.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
find this out later, and for now I'm just gonna say you succeed, because 2 sounds like a lot.
Hey everyone that's listening,
So-
me and Dan have never played this before, and we are learning.
So yeah, you see the rules being broken, and you have a momentary but you push it down. You are Millicent Dread. You know how to deal with this. You are still stable, and you are ready to face the rules being broken.
Well, in that case, Harrison, give that to me and I'll return it at the end of the night. I'll hold it for you. I can't allow this to go on. We can't be drinking in a theme park. It's dangerous.
Yeah, we might end up accidentally having fun. And he's gonna hand it over and turn back towards Lucky and like let the inside of his jacket sort of fall open to reveal there's like another one inside the jacket pocket.
I could be that mean, but I'm not going to.
Amazing.
This is devastating. Millicent files it away and just rolls her eyes and huffs back to the rules. Unbelievable.
Right, do we need to get jumped out at by like a zombie or a ghost or a velociraptor
I was about
or
to say
something?
there is
Oh, is it opened?
there is a person like dressed as a Victorian butler who comes out of the door, and it's one of those like queues where it's like a really wide queue and you're all just kind of in a group, like rather than like one by one. And like a big gate in front of you, and this person walks out. He's like a very stern, like thin-looking man with like a goatee, and he comes out and he's like, honored guests, welcome. I will
Look,
need
I told
to...
you. Didn't I tell you? They know we're coming. They've had this group's been separated. Honored guests. You reckon they're saying that to everyone? Keep a lookout. Grab them.
I curtsy.
And you guys have reached the front of the queue, and he opens the gate and starts sort of ushering you through, and he counts a few people and then closes the gate, a few people behind you, and you are left with the four of you, and you are also left with three other people. One looks like about 16, and she has like very obviously dyed black hair that covers one eye and is wearing a t-shirt with Ghostface on it.
This is
and
just how Chloe dresses.
she has her hands in her pockets and is like hunched over, like looking, but like her one eye that you can see is like looking around quite like excitedly, but she's trying her best to look sullen.
The Incredibles called, and what's the daughter's name in The Incredibles?
Violet.
Violet.
Of course, Millicent knows every pop culture reference ever and will correct people.
And I like this character.
Yeah. She sort of looks at you in terror and is like, all right, widow. Yeah.
Fair enough.
You shouldn't restrict your vision during an activity.
She purposefully like pulls it over the other eye. There is also two other people here who are identical twins. They're similar ages to you, and they are both male presenting people with like very fair blonde hair. They look kind of like Steve but less buff, but not enough to be a relation. And they're sort of like kind of whispering to each other, and like occasionally one of them like lightly punches them on the arm, and they're like, yeah, okay. Got this, you know, like beating themselves up a little bit. Cute. You're sort of led into the entranceway of the manor, and the door creaks very loudly. The butler opens it for you. He ushers you all in, and you're in a kind of enclosed space. There's some kind of gate or like double doors in front of you, but they're currently closed and boarded up. And he, the butler closes the door behind you with a very solid thunk, and you all hear a click of the lock being turned. He
Knew it. Told ya. Where are you, Steve? You little rat. Invite us all out here. No, could have gone to a bar. No, not going to a bar. Has to see Steve. Try and jump scare us.
I think we should just have the whole podcast of just Hank's inner monologue. And the whole area is just lit by little oil lamps on the walls, and so it's getting quite dim. And the group of you are kind of ushered in. The butler walks around to the other side in front of you, so he's facing you, and he goes, "Welcome to the manor. I trust you are all prepared for your meal this evening. Yes? and looks around at you all kind of expectantly.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Ah,
There's
wonderful.
food. Allergies? Anyone?
He kind of looks at you for a minute and then just ignores you and carries on. And continues, and he's like, the manor and the lords of the manor are most excited to invite everybody to our housewarming party this evening. Please, as we move through the house, I shall be taking you through to the dining hall, and I shall take you around some of the more exotic art pieces and installations that we have on show here at the manor. Please keep with me at all times. If you were to stray from our preset route, well, I cannot guarantee we would find you again. There are many, many corridors in the manor.
Yeah, Millicent, no wandering off.
At this point, Lucky goes, oh, he's an actor.
I love that she's only just noticed. Brilliant. He does his kind of the kind of the things they normally do where they kind of reiterate the rules in a in character
In a fun way.
In a fun way.
Millicent loves it.
This show is great.
And then he says, and now, please, I welcome you to the manor. And without him touching it, the doors behind him swing open very slowly with a creak, and the oil lamps that are next to you go out at the same time that ones in the corridor come on, and the light is kind of going down the corridor.
Wow!
The butler kind of turns to you and does a small bow, and then he goes, applause will not be necessary, my dear.
Okay.
This is the weirdest group to take into a horror maze.
Like, anyone that's ever done any kind of group leading activity is already like, ugh. It's these people.
Yeah,
Remembering
it's
what
like
Hank said earlier, I make a beeline to go first down the corridor.
yeah. So you're going first, and then what is Hank last, and the other? No, Millicent said she was going to be
Millicent wanted to go last. I'm going to hang around in the middle.
last. Yeah, rest of you in the middle. Are you positioning yourselves in front of, behind, or amongst the other three?
I'm positioning myself in front of them because Hank said go first, so Lucky heard go first.
Fair enough.
I'm going to be behind them, but in front of Millicent. So not leaving
Okey-dokey.
Millicent by themselves, but with the strangers.
Nice.
I'm trying to herd everybody, sort of. I need everyone to stay on the path.
Oh, for sure. And there is, as you're walking through the manor, it's kind of hidden, but there is very, very clearly, this way, there's, those, ropes that you see, cordoning off certain doorways and things, and, very obviously, we're going around this corner now, and there's, a very, very obvious preset route. And as the butler takes you down the corridor, he starts to talk in a rather benign and boring manner about the various paintings that you have on the walls, and he sort of starts going, and this was the 17th century Rembrandt. I don't know when Rembrandt was. I'm making this up. And, I suddenly, as I was saying that, I was regret. Should have made up the name.
Do a Star Trek where it's one historical guy, another historical guy, third totally made up guy.
1667.
You get a death stare from the butler for that. And then as you sort of get halfway down the corridor, you start to hear a little bit of a almost electrical kind of interference noise. And the lights start flickering. And the butler goes, oh, excuse me, and starts to stands on a chair and looks up to one of the oil lamps. And all of these oil lamps are flickering on and off as if they're electric lights, and the butler is looking very confused, and he reaches up towards the oil lamp. And the minute he touches it, there is a very cinematic boom, and all of the lights go out.
Whoa.
I mean, heck. I mean, heck.
Which means we're going to need another fear check. This time
no.
from Hank, who is in the dark, his one true fear.
Yep.
Do we know Hank's afraid of the dark?
I think we can probably
you're
tell.
You're about to find out right now.
Well, it probably depends whether Dan beats this roll or not.
What do I need to roll?
Roll a heart check.
Okay. That is 0. So it was a.
Oh no! Is that a?
Are there any
strange?
strange?
You got any strange?
There's one. Oh no, there's a wit, there's a luck, and there's a light bulb. There's a smart.
Nice. So you can bank that luck for later. So make a note of that. But
Okay.
you have, I'm afraid, failed your fear check.
As resident clock boy, is that a clock?
That is not a clock, because there's no strange.
clocks. Yeah.
You are now afraid. So you succumb to fear as it invades your mind. When you are afraid, you temporarily lose 1 core skill point, so that's the big number, from every core skill to a minimum of 1 until you are no longer afraid. Ooh. So everything is -1 for you now.
For the listeners at home who probably don't know, even though I definitely remember, how do you become unafraid?
It's more of a narrative thing than anything else. There are some archetype-specific abilities that can do it, but if you either leave the scary environment and you leave your fear behind, then that's fine. Or if you do something to overcome it, or alternatively, other people can try and calm you down or whatever, and that can also bring it down. But the main things are either run away or deal with it.
Okay, I'm gonna step backwards and probably knock into Millicent and or whoever's there. Bloody heck! Steve knows what I'm scared of, and look at that. We're not only just a few steps into the bloody. Oh, and can I say bloody? No.
Yeah, bloody's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before 9 o'clock at the BBC, we're good.
As you're midway
few
through your
steps into
sentence, the lights flicker back on, and everyone is kind of looking around, and the butler is nowhere to be seen.
Wow! That was
Good
amazing.
one. Good one, Steve. Good one.
I
Love
would
it.
like everybody to make me, and this one won't have any negative effects. If you fail, a smarts check.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh,
I've got
no.
2 dice for this.
Oh, I got 1 success, and I got 1 luck.
Oh, I got
am
a
I,
success, but a
am I
luck as
still
well.
minus from being scared?
Yeah, you're still -1.
Then I had 1 success.
1 success, lovely.
Well,
So we've got 1 from Hank, 1 from Lucky. What about Millicent?
1 from Harrison.
I technically failed, but
I did say it wouldn't
because-
have any effects, so you're fine.
I am a scout,
You
and
are a scout.
scouts get a success on a smart check with wit,
Ah, there you go. Do you have a wit?
and I do have 1 wit.
Yay!
It would have been really funny if you said that and you just didn't have any wet.
But yeah, no, I got
Yeah,
two
yeah,
two stranges. No,
Yeah, so those of you that got 1, you notice that the butler has disappeared. This seems very planned. But there is, right next to where he disappeared, a gap in the wall where what appears to be a secret door has kind of been left swinging open.
I start to open it, and I go, "Whoa, Mr. Butler!"
Lucky, wait. What if that's for staff?
One of the boys
Yeah.
pipes up and he's like, yeah, like we've got to follow the route. That's what they said, right?
I'm sorry, I thought this was the route. Because he said he was our guide and we were supposed to follow him, and then he went through that door while pretending to not go through that door.
Are there lights going into that door or lights going along the route?
Lights going along the route, round the corner.
I agree with the these young lads here. I think let's stick to the route, you know? Steve's obviously put a lot of work into this for us. We should probably
Right.
just stick to the route.
We should stick to the route.
And I'm gonna do a very loud stage motion and be like, Hank, if you're afraid of the dark, do you want me to hold your hand?
Oh, it's all right, Lucky. Oh, I'm gonna be fine. Gonna be fine. Look,
Okay.
they have to make... I'm not scared of the dark, by the way. That was... Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, because I have a keychain flashlight if you need it.
The teenage girl is sniggering, like.
Oh no, I forgot we were being witnessed by teenagers.
Teenager, yeah.
Everyone
Well,
gets
that's
minus
truly
10.
Yeah, that's the most terrifying thing here, is being around teenagers.
This is the scariest part. Even Millicent. feels
You know
shame.
what? Millicent, keep that close, because, yeah, I might need... Yeah. Well... It's you all being weird. I'm not scared of the dark. Let's just do this stupid house and find Steve and go to the pub.
It sounds great.
So are you all heading into the secret door?
No, we're continuing on.
You're continuing down the thing. Oh, okay. In that case,
We
I
were
think you're going to be
told
fine.
not
There's
to.
lights
We've
down
been
this
very
way.
Yeah, I'm following the lights. I'm not going into a scary
Oh, yeah.
room.
We follow the rules.
Yeah,
Here.
rules.
Yes, as you
I've
have this
become
conversation
Team
and you
Millicent.
continue round the corner, there, as you begin to walk down this new corridor, the lights start flickering again, but much more sporadically this time. And you hear that electrical interference again, but this time it sounds like it's coming from the lights themselves, whereas before it was a kind of all-encompassing noise. And as you
More
are,
electrical wiring is very scary. It causes a lot of accidents.
as you're watching these lights, they once again, but minus the cinematic boom, go out. The whole corridor is washed in a red light from emergency lights that come on above you in the roof. And you start to hear this alarm begin to blare. And you hear an automated voice that goes,
Please evacuate the building. Please evacuate the building. Please evacuate the building.
No one panic, okay?
And then you hear a scream. And that's where we're gonna end.
No!
Actually,
Can't do this to us!
No, it's actually illegal. Millicent, tell them.
Yeah. Millicent steps out of the game and tells Chloe off.
You can end with a scream!
We did. I mean, I could scream, but I'm not going to do that to Am, because that's mean.
Thank you. That
And the perfect chance to add the Wilhelm, so that's fine.
I was literally just thinking that. I was like, can I get away with the Wilhelm? I think yes.
I feel like if you're
Yeah.
doing a horror, you have to have like a little cheeky Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is the end of episode 1 of Shiver, but there's more to come. We have some wonderful, wonderful guests with us. Taylor and Dan, where can people find you if they like your stuff and they want to
Which
hear
they
more
should,
of you?
otherwise they're dead to me.
You're not going to believe this,
Yeah.
but you can find both of us in the exact same disgusting pit.
Whoa.
Well, half of it's disgusting, half of it's,
Pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that pit is a podcast that lives everywhere that you get your podcasts. That even includes YouTube. Apparently people do that there. Who knew? And the podcast, which I should name, is called Backwater Bastards.
Backwater Bastards. Get it in your air holes if you want us in your air holes.
Yeah.
In
In space. That's right. In
I've
space.
always wanted to do that.
And that's on Twitter at BW Bastards.
It's true.
Thank you.
It's true. That is not a lie.
Ennie-nominated as well, right?
It is.
It has received a nomination from the Ennie.
Have we ever won anything? No.
No.
But we get nominated constantly.
You're doing better than us, guys.
That's the energy.
It's a shortlisted podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you really like this so much that you burnt through the podcast in 16 minutes because you listen to it on 15 speed time. You can find Dan on Twitch and YouTube streaming games.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to go watch him now because I'm not streaming.
Yeah, it's at Dead Toothbrush.
Thank you very much. Yes, Dead Toothbrush.
And he gets absolutely roasted all night long by himself. And that's great to watch.
You do like Baldur's Gate, and you do some other. What else do you?
Well, at the moment, we've been doing scary Aliens Dark Descent, and that is terrifying.
Well, that's topical.
And, yeah.
Spooky, spooky. Well,
Very.
From when they hear this, about a month ago, Dan was doing Alien. I don't know what he's doing now.
Yeah, that's
no more scary things.
He's probably still getting roasted by aliens, just different ones.
Probably.
Just different alien roasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Chloe,
it.
our fantastic GM, is in A Million and One Other Things.
Hey, you can find me and Chloe on Deck of Many Aces. It's an actual play podcast with actual asexuals. We played Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We're doing a split party at the moment. I don't know if we'll still be doing it when this is airing, but Will's in it. He plays my character's younger brother.
Ooh.
And was like, I want you to play an annoying teenage boy. And I was like, well, it's been about 10 years, but yep.
I can find that deep within myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's called Method.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Oh, I'm sorry. A haunted house? To go see our friend Steve? How could this go wrong?
But, Taylor, your character, I love them.
Well,
they're perfect.
Well,
but,
well, you know.
Are you maybe, is this character a little too close to home?
I don't know what you mean by that. By being,
Okay.
Are you talking about the part about being fully in control and brilliant, or the, the part about just sort of being like fully in control and brilliant?
Well, I'm definitely talking about being fully in control and brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm also saying that
yeah.
sometimes the creator is in the creation.
Yeah, I
a
don't know
little
what you
too
mean
much.
by that. I don't know what you mean.
Yep. All right.
I mean, I made
Well,
Cleo, and we're nothing alike, right? So
nothing alike.
Welcome to Sagas of Sundry Goblin Mode. It's a brand new fantasy series that uses tabletop role-playing games to tell an ever-evolving story. Get ready for action, adventure, and weird little monsters. Set in the mysterious world of Sundaros, Goblin Mode follows a group of underdogs, or should I say, underlings, working for a dark overlord, until they find themselves in charge for once. Join Game Master Amy Vorpal as she leads players Danielle Radford, Dan Casey, and Jason Wynn on an adventure unlike anything you've experienced before. Who will live? Who will die? Sagas of Sundry, Goblin Mode. The adventure begins September 9th. Join Geek and Sundry and Realm for Sagas of Sundry Goblin Mode. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.